Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to properly sex your crested geckos. This crestie here is a female. I've had her only a few months now and I'm planning to breed her next year. She's about a year and a half old, so she should be ready by then. At the base of her tail you can see a small white dot that I'm pointing out now. Those are called her spurs. Some people claim to be able to sex a gecko properly by the size of their spurs, but that is not an accurate way to sex your gecko. You'll see she has a very small bulge near the spurs, and that's it. With a male gecko you'll see a very obvious bulge, and females tend to be either flat or have only a very small bulge. Another way to sex your gecko is to look for femoral pores. Femoral pores are mostly obvious on male geckos, as they use them as a way to mark their territory and to leave their scent around breeding times. Here I see no femoral pores above the base of her tail, and therefore I believe 100% that this is a female. When sexing your crested gecko, remember they can be very jumpy and they can be very fast, so I tend to do this over a box or a flat surface so that if they were to get away, you've got something to put them in real quick so they don't escape across the house. Here you can see her spur from above sticking out to the side. When I first got this crestie, she was kind of a dull bay or brown, and as I've had her for longer she's turned more of a bright orangey yellow, so I'm really excited to see what babies she produces for next year. Next I'm going to show you my male crested gecko. He's a little bit bigger than the other two, but size has nothing to do with sex. It just so happens that he has eaten a bit more when he was young and he's got an extra few grams on him. He's going to be the perfect example here of a gecko who does not want to be sexed. If you're trying to sex a gecko and they keep moving around, honestly all you have to do is just be patient, be calm, be chill, and go with them until they realise they're getting nowhere by continuously trying to escape, and when they stay still you can finally sex them. I've just sped up this part a little bit just so this video doesn't take all day. Of course, as soon as I got him where I wanted him, he vanished. As soon as you can see the base of his tail, you'll notice a very large and prominent bulge. This is where they store their two hemipenals, and it's the main distinguishing factor between male and female crested geckos. Just like the female, he has two spurs either side of the bulge at the base of the tail, so that's why it's not a great way to determine sex. And you'll see now that he's calmed down that the bulge is very prominent and easily seen from the side. So you don't need to pick them up and turn them around like I was doing. I was just trying to get a very clear shot for the video. Because this guy's a little bit jumpy, I could not turn him over to show the femoral pores on camera. I have seen them, they are very obvious. It's just I had bad luck today and I could not get them on camera for you. Like with the first female, I'm pretty excited about him having babies next year just because he's got a pretty cool funky pattern and I personally just really like him. Last but not least, we have my last female. She is a gorgeous female, but she is so skittish, so I left her till last in the hopes that I would have her calm down by then. Of course, the more I handled her, the less cooperative she got, in typical gecko fashion. So as I go, you're going to have to make do with the small glimpses here and there, whenever she stays still enough. When you're able to see the base of her tail, you'll see that, like the first female, she has her spurs, but she does not have any sort of prominent bulge. She just has a flat area there, and a very small bulge depending on what angle she's standing at. I'm not quite sure what happened to my camera after I retrieved her from my shoulder, but it's gone a little bit blurry and I apologise for that. It fixes after a little while, but I have honestly no idea what happened. At some angles this female may look like she has a bit of a bulge, but it's only because of the curve of her tail. She's allegedly broken her tail before I got her, so I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to breed from her, and I'm 100% sure she is a she. When she's flat you can see that she's got no hemipenal bulges. So in summary, when you're trying to sex your crested gecko, you have to look for femoral pores and for a hemipenal bulge. Remember that all of these guys are between 1.5 and 2 years old, so they're much more obvious and you can see very clearly what sex they are. But if you've got a young crested gecko, it can be very difficult or impossible to sex them until they're a couple of months old. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that I've helped some of you out. If you have any questions, comment them below and I'll try my best to help. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like or subscribe. Thank you very much.